Hey guys, Noel here, and it is Thursday night. And while wife and baby have just wound down for the night, I thought it would be fun to do a little bit of a late night stream for the Noel ComiX YouTube channel. This is a little bit like All Night Nippon, a very cool Japanese pop radio show that chugs on through the late night hours, entertaining people with all kinds of coolness. So this is actually going to be our 20th stream. So good stuff. Thank you to my loyal core viewers, the few, the proud, the entertained. So I'm thinking for tonight's stream, we are going to start out playing some Nintendo Switch. I have some very interesting games on the Switch. And then we'll branch out from there and see where it leads. So right now, I'm going to lead myself to where my coffee is, because that is a bit of a problem. I've got a superhero cup somewhere filled with a delightful brew. So here it is. We found it. My wife got me this very cool thing that converts a cup into a travel mug. Happy Father's Day to me. You can really taste the Father's Day in every sip. So, since we're going to start off playing the Switch, I think we'll start off by playing a little bit of Versus Super Mario Brothers. We're going to kick it old school, which for me is current school, and because I have an eclectic taste that is rooted in the 1980s, and play the arcade Super Mario game. I was actually hoping to do this stream a little earlier, but my wife was very excited to watch Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix, and it's not bad at all. We watched a mysterious story about a guy who was likely pushed off the roof by the Russian mafia. And if you have any information, then make sure you contact the Unsolved Mysteries crew, because, I'm sure they'll get to the bottom of this case. But the thing that we need to get to the bottom of right now is playing some Nintendo Switch and playing So Konnichiwa, Diego-san. We are going to be playing some Switch. We'll see. We would not necessarily have to limit ourselves to the Switch. We're going to start off playing some Nintendo Switch. We're going to start off with some Versus Super Mario Brothers, and we'll see where the evening goes. I don't know if we're going to play. We might revisit a little bit of that weird dating game that we were playing a little bit of, but I'm thinking we're going to leave that for last if we decide to revisit it. Not that I didn't like it, but we saw a little bit of it in the last stream, so I think we should have some variety. It's also kind of a slow-moving game, so it's not necessarily the most ideal game to stream, but the novelty of it is actually pretty amusing, although I don't really know if I would. I mean, not that I'm like the king of game or anything like that, although I do have a lot of games and a nice-looking wife. But anyway, I don't know if I necessarily recommend the romance tactics in that game. It seems a little weird, but it's a interesting game nonetheless. But let's start off taking a trip to some Japanese arcades in the 1980s with Versus Super Mario Brothers, a game that combines the original Super Mario Brothers with the Japanese version of Super Mario Brothers 2. Yes, Super Mario Brothers is I would say the most influential video game of all time. And I don't think that is being hyperbolic. That game really, really, really shook things up. So without further ado, let's get down to playing some Versus Super Mario Brothers on the Nintendo Switch. All right, let's put our camera down like so. The Super Mario Brothers that I really, really need to get, in fact, I might try to order this after the stream, is All Night Nippon Super Mario Brothers. Guy Jillionaire, the YouTube channel I always talk up, has a great video on All Night Nippon Super Mario Brothers, and that is actually a disc system game. Now, sadly, my disc system doesn't work. It appears that a rubber band in it is, yeah, that's right, man. It absolutely has changed our lives. The rubber band in my disc system is broken. I can hear it grinding, and so if I get All Night Nippon Super Mario Brothers, I'm gonna have to get a cartridge reproduction. I'd hopefully be able to get it in yellow, possibly on a Famicom cart. If not, I have some cool people that I talk to on Etsy who might be able to help out. So I actually did just download this RPG called Fairy Fencer Advent Dark Force, which looks pretty damn cool. I just dabbled a little bit in it, and so far so good. We're definitely going to play some SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy, and we'll definitely play some Kunio-kun as well. But right now, as promised, we'll get down to some Super Mario Brothers on the Nintendo Switch. So this is one of those arcade archives games. So very, very cool. And we'll get to moving and grooving. So we're connecting. This came out in 1986. And here we have it. Really nice looking game on the 4K television here. We can mess with our settings here. Can we only get 3 players? Continues. Looks like we can only go up to 4. Alright, good enough. Alright, let's play some game. How did I put credits in? I don't remember. There we go. Let's crank up the credits. Let's see how far we can play on 50 lives. Okay, come on. There we go. Do. So I'm just getting a bit acquainted with the button layout here. I have played a little bit of this game, but I have not played a ton of it. I do have the both NES cartridge of Super Mario Brothers, as well as the Famicom yellow cartridge. So I also have this the original Super Mario Brothers on the disc system. Not disc system. No, I have Mario 2 on the disc system, which sadly doesn't work. That game is hard. And I have Mario USA, Mario 1 and 3 on the Famicom Classic Mini. They have a nice library of Mario games. This was the first video game I ever played. I remember going to my neighbor's house because their mom gave my mom a ride to work. And they had a Nintendo with Mario, and I just thought it was really, really cool. And in fact, I actually, I want to say that was where I played this game the most, but I remember even a little bit before that playing Mario and The Legend of Zelda at my babysitter's house when I was I must have been like about 6. Woo! So it would have had to have been in like 89. No fireworks, that's a shame. So there's a lot of darkness in this next level, so hopefully that won't screw with our... Yeah, I hate these levels that have a dark background. They never ever get along with the camera here. See if we can warp cheat here. Nope, that screwed that up. I was checking the screen like a moron and didn't see that lovable turtle over there. So there goes my warp chance. But we'll be okay. Just more fun to have. So, All Night Nippon, they actually had a segment where like different J-pop stars would just sit around and play Famicom. And that's where the All Night Nippon Super Mario Brothers had its origin. And again, this great great video about this from... Oh, shoot. Maybe... No, wait. Is this going to drop? I usually always warp out of this part, so... Woo. 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 Yes. Yeah. Ah, damn it. Flew too close to the sun. I'm a huge fan of Captain Lou Albano's Super Mario Brothers Super Show. When my son was 1, we watched that like all the time. We still do watch it, but we're on a bit of a Peppa Pig kick right now. But I love the Lou Albano Super Mario Brothers Super Show. I'm still not gonna warp. We'll do this old school. We'll just go through this as the developers intended. Guy Jillionaire also has great videos about Mario manga. And I actually really like the design for Mario in Japanese manga. I actually have some pictures that I drew of Mario in that style that I sell at my local comic shops, comic conventions, although sadly due to current events, those are not really happening. I am entering a manga contest, though. So I actually just did the first page of that today. And I'm hoping to just be very productive and divide up my manga time with my childcare time. I'm also very lucky and have gym access. It's very relaxing to just train by yourself. So, I do that while my child naps or my wife cooks dinner. And then I like to try to do YouTube videos as well. Woo. Mario, very, very charming tunes here. So, Diego, sadly, I didn't get to start this stream earlier because my wife really wanted to watch the new Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix with me. And so we watched that, and it was pretty good. The show should have a host, though. I think they need to get William Daniels, the guy who played Mr. Feeney. That was not good at all. To host Unsolved Mysteries. How do you think about the Super Mario Brothers live movie with Bob Hoskins? I actually have not seen it. I have it on DVD. I remember when it came out. I remember everyone said it was terrible. But damn it, that was terrible. I've watched like documentaries and stuff about how bad it was, like on set. But I've never actually sat down and watched the movie. I have it on DVD. So we should definitely, I should definitely watch. I do a watch along with you guys, but I will immediately get struck. So that can't happen. But yeah, I think that the casting in it looked really bad. And the style of it was really odd. How they tried to kind of use the like Batman Returns style in that movie. I honestly think the best live action adaptation of Super Mario is Lou Albano. Again, in the Fuji TV produced Super Mario VHS tape that came out in the I think like 86, 87. They had a Super Mario that kind of looked like M. Bison or Vegas-sama if you're Japanese. But I think both of those are better than Bob Hoskins. But I don't know. Bob Hoskins was actually in Metal Gear 2: The Solid Snake. So yeah, his picture was used for one of the characters. I remember playing through that. I'm like, oh, they put Bob Hoskins in here, and they also put Albert Einstein in there and Richard Crenna. Yeah, the MSX version of Solid Snake is freaking awesome. But yeah, anyway, so Diego, John Leguizamo, yes, he was Luigi. I remember John Leguizamo on like a Latino and Living Color show called House of Buggin', and it was pretty funny. I remember he did this skit where he played Yoko Ono's brother, and he's like, "I don't know how I do it. I just to do it." I just remember thinking that was very funny. And then I remember he did a skit where he was like the missing village person, and he was a knight, and that was also very funny. So I like John Leguizamo. I think he's cool. My grandpa actually thought I looked a lot like John Leguizamo when I had hair. Because I remember my grandpa like showed me this newspaper article. He's like, "Hey Noel, it's you." And I'm like, okay. Why? Yeah, we are gonna warp this time. Warp zone 4. It's all good. It's very important to spend time with your wife. You can start streams at any time that's good for you. Thank you for your understanding. Yeah, she's just been really wanting to watch that Unsolved Mysteries show. And, but it's good. I mean, I'm a big fan of 80s TV, so I screwed this up, but we'll just do this here. We'll have to work on my my lightning fast reflexes here. I really like the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, especially Toad, because Toad was hilarious. He was just like the sassy, annoyed friend, Not like sassy, like flamboyant sassy. Like, I'm annoyed, and this situation is ridiculous. And he's like, I don't know. He acted like some like high pitched grizzled New Yorker. It was great. Yeah, I loved Toad. He was very cute too. Remember the first Super Mario Brothers Super Show? There was like a birdo that thought Toad was her son, and that was really funny. You do look like John Leguizamo with hair. All right, you're welcome. He was in Spawn too. I remember he was in Spawn. I think he played Clown. I don't know if I actually saw the Spawn live action movie. I know I saw a lot of I have the Spawn HBO cartoon on DVD, and I saw a bit of that. But I was never, excuse me for yawning, that much of a Spawn guy. I mean, I don't like dislike Spawn. I mean, I think he's a cool character. But I don't know. I don't know. It was never my cup of tea. But he's pretty cool. He's got a cool design for sure. That flowing cape and the Spider-Man face. Definitely a badass of sorts. I know there was a Spawn game on the PlayStation, and I actually have the Spawn game on the Super Nintendo. And I've never done too much with it, but that's one of those games that I found at a flea market by my house, and I was like, "Oh, cool." Maybe pause this and see. Today was the first day of Anime Expo, but sadly it's canceled. That sucks. Is Anime Expo in San Diego, and do you go to it regularly? To return to game. That's what I want to do. Damn it. I also don't want this screen to be so freaking contrasted out. Sorry about that. I don't know. You seem pretty understanding, but I always just feel like I'm alienating viewers by having a problematic screen when it comes to these weird levels in Super Mario where they have a dark background. This is like actually one of the reasons I don't do certain games from the early 80s. Like, for example, like I don't feel comfortable reviewing Robotron or Defender because the backgrounds are all black and it won't transfer over well to the camera. Whoop. Whoop. Sonic, I like better than Mario, but Mario games are very relaxing to play. Sonic games are more animated, for sure. You know, Sonic is, I mean, he's literally a more animated character. That was terrible. Empire is my favorite John Leguizamo movie, if you remember it from the early 2000s. I sadly do not remember that movie. Yeah, John Leguizamo, I really remember him from House of Buggin'. Because I used to watch Fox all the time in the early 90s. Like, that was the channel I watched the most. So, you know, in Living Color, they had a show called Rock that I used to... damn it! That I used to see quite a bit. Martin, I'm a huge fan of Martin. Living Single. Yesterday was Bobby Bonilla Day. Now, Bobby Bonilla is my favorite baseball player of all time. And he gets paid $1 million a year by the New York Mets because they wanted to buy out his contract because they really were unhappy with his performance in the 1999-2000 season. Bobby Bonilla, he's one of those players that is really good, but never performed to his potential in New York. And I mean, there are players like that, you know, they just... The pressure in New York and the annoying media there just tend to cause certain people to, I don't know, not play to their potential. And he's one of them. Anime Expos in Los Angeles, Comic Cons in San Diego, but it's cool, dude. Interesting. We're out of the darkness, so we can now see everything nice and clear on the phone. And you're in the clear. Good deal. All right, I have no idea how much of this we're gonna play, but we'll just we'll see where it leads. But now that we're talking, I really do want to get a All Night Nippon Super Mario Brothers. I actually am going to be getting a Star Ocean in English for my Super Nintendo, and it's going to have a pink cartridge. Because that was, it needs to lift my spirits from that horrible, horrible fall we just took. So this was fun, but we're going to actually, I think, we want to play some Kunio-kun here. We could play some Sunset Riders. Let's actually we'll play a newer game, and then we'll shift to an older game. We could always play more Summer Sweetheart. That is, okay, so, Bells and Whistles. We've played... Phantasy Star, that's a good one. Alright, actually, let's play a little bit of this weird Zombie Panic and Wonderland game. This is an anime game that I got. It's a kind of a zombie rail shooter. So we'll check this game out, and then we'll see what else we got on the Switch. Catherine Full Body, actually, is available for pre-order. That comes out on the 7th of July, so 7/7. So I'm definitely going to be picking that up because I'm a big fan of Catherine. I have both the Xbox and PlayStation boxes. I have both versions of the game, so I could get both box arts. Although, I mean, I just really only got the PlayStation one when it was like really cheap. All right, what's the story mode here all about? Once upon a time, in a city, sundown in the... This is going too fast. Nice artwork here. So we have a cool anime dude here going into a mysterious shop. I love the fact that I can just get so many anime games on the Switch. Ooh, zombies. There's another controversial game with zombies out right now that we've talked about plenty of times. It's a pretty cute zombie. Can I fire here? Okay, how do I aim? How do I aim? Oh, there we go. Okay. I think. Bro, how do I shoot on this here? Oh, okay. It's a shoulder button. All right, we're good now. Okay, so we blasted through. So it looks like you can aim with both of the analog sticks, but I think it's actually just a little easier to scroll back and forth here, like Rambo. At least right now it is. See, yeah, because if you spend too much time aiming, that leaves you vulnerable here. It's pretty fun. Can I? Okay, whoa, ah! There they go there. Ooh. I actually have one of those big Japanese paper mache things. My mom actually talked to a school in Nagano, Japan, and they sent a cool one of those to her 8th graders. Okay, so aiming... Okay, I'm kind of getting the hang of aiming on this here. This game's pretty fun. I just got it because I thought it looked cool, but I didn't really do much in the way of playing it. Let me pause this here. If you ever visit any convention here in California, you want to go to Anime Expo, then Comic-Con, because Comic-Con, there isn't a lot of anime and Japanese things like they have in Anime Expo. Cool! I remember there was a big anime convention in Baltimore, too, that, they used to get a lot of good J-pop performers. I remember, like, Team Revolution and Larkin CL were there. This game was actually not very expensive either, but it's fun to play. It's like Zombie Kuwabara over here on a bicycle. Ah, darn it. Darn it, man, it's kind of hard to aim with one. I'm not used to aiming with one analog and shooting with another. And it's like you gotta keep moving because... Darn it! Get off of me, you freaking weirdo here. Oh no, am I dead? Get up, get up. Yes, continue. This is pretty fun. Yes, continue. Alright, there we go. So Diego, how was your day, my friend? We gotta start all over again? We can skip, though. Come on, come on. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to shoot you, little guy. Alright, so I'm gonna try to move a little bit less. Focus a little more on aiming here. This game has got kind of a interesting choice in music here. They're kind of opting for kind of silly classical Japanese music here. Ah! It's hard to... I don't know what it is with zombie games. Like, Resident Evil had the tank controls. This game's got this weird aiming mechanic here. But, I don't know. I think I just figure, like, making it hard to move just adds to the tension to zombie games. Alright, ooh. Come on, come on, come on. This guy looks like Milhouse from The Simpsons. Millpool. Actually, where is Millpool? Did I? No, he's right there. So we got a, kind of a mini boss here that throws traffic lights at me. Now we're back to the Kuwabaras here. I'm watching a lot of Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. It's good stuff. I didn't actually realize they made an anime out of it. Darn it, man! There's actually an anime that they made out of that. It's actually based on a tokusatsu called Gridman. And if you go to my friend project page, I actually have the opening to Gridman embedded in the page. Although Friend Project's been having some problems today. I think they did like an update, and it's causing some of the HTMLs to get messed up. These guys look like now they're looking like meth heads right here. Man. Man, like my aim is ridiculously bad here. Let this be a lesson that I'm really not good at shooting games. I mean, we're doing okay, though. We're doing better than we were. Where's my health bar in this? I don't even know where my health bar is. Can I get some HP here? I see a lollipop and a one life thing. Oh, now we got sumo wrestlers. Son of a gun. Dude, I'm trying to freaking like aim at the sumo wrestlers because they're going to be more of an issue here. They're fat and slow, though, so that's good. This is going to be great with a light gun here. Good thing I get infinite ammo, though. A lot of these streamers today, they like to play... I'm going to actually pause this here while Diego's talking back here. I'm going to get hit by a car. My day is great, resting from a long, exhausting work and watching your amazing live stream. Ah, well, that's good. I'm glad I can help you unwind after a long day of work. You can watch me fight obese and nerd zombies, which is just as fun as it sounds. Oh, man! I don't even know where my health is on this game. I mean, this game is fun. It kicks you too far back, though. Alright, I don't want to... We've gotten a good sample of this game. It's fun, though. I'll play some SNK heroines here. So this is basically a tag team fighting game with all the SNK girls. My day was good. So I normally like to go to the gym while my son naps, but he went to sleep and he fell out of his crib, so I didn't get to go to the gym until later. My wife made tacos for dinner, which was good. So I bought some Doritos, so that was amazing. They had taco salad. And then I had some root beer, and put the kid to bed, watched Unsolved Mysteries, and now I'm streaming. Oh, you know what else I did was I made the first page of a comic book for a contest that I'm entering. It's actually a Shonen Jump Japanese contest, and Akira Toriyama is one of the judges. So this is extremely important to me. So I'm almost certainly not going to win, but I want him to look at my work. So this is a cool game. You get the SNK girl characters here in all kinds of fun fan servicey costumes. Of course, Terry is disturbingly turned into a woman here. Jeremy looks the same. Do we have to buy these characters here? Looks like it. We're going to start off with Yuri. Let's go with a cute Japanese girl here. And for our partner, Kula is cool. Oh man, Athena, that is tempting. Mai is a cow. That is interesting. Alright, we're gonna do Yuri and Mai. Yeah, no, of course I'll ask how your day was. You know, you're hanging out here. I'm, curious to see how you're doing. You're a good friend, interesting guy. I'm definitely, I don't know, man. I'm wanting to upload more videos, out of my archives. But I'm afraid of getting struck, man. And I know, like, everyone says, like, Vimeo or Dailymotion. But I don't have any audience there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to share my stuff with my friends here. Let me push this back a little bit because there are some subtitles here. I'm actually gonna, hopefully the phone won't fall here. Pardon my... Yeah, you're welcome for that. Whoa, I'm trying to get our stand adjusted a bit here. There we go. Didn't really matter when we were playing Mario, but now we're cutting off some subtitles. So Mai is dressed as a sexy cow, and Yuri is a cool Tengu, referencing Mr. Karate. So good stuff. So again, we have a game with powerful, attractive women, combining both the women's rights and the male gaze. So there you go. That's people like to. I hear these like about these feminist critics like critiquing the male gaze. Yes, Toriyama is going to get to look at my drawings. I got to get it in though, man, and I'm gonna do it. The end of the contest ends in the end of August, so it's actually September 1st is when it's September 1st is I think the due date for the contest, and I've got the first page done. I don't know how many pages it's gonna be. I'm thinking it's probably gonna be about 25 pages. There's a limit of 55, so we'll see how it goes. So yeah, but I just, this is what I want to do. I love drawing anime and manga, and Akira Toriyama is my all-time favorite mangaka, and I want him to see my work, so I'm going for it. I haven't entered a comic contest in a long time. The last comic I drew was in 2016. It's kind of crazy. I mean, I draw pictures like, all the time. Not that used to playing with Yuri here. I know I beat this game with Terry. I think it's got a little bit more of a simplistic control scheme. Looks like there's a move assigned for specifically special moves. Why isn't she going down? Can I do the Haosho Koken here? I'm hitting like Art of Fighting finish moves here. I don't know why she's not going down. I keep taking finishing chance here. I mean, either way, we've got to win this here. We've been kicking her butt the whole match. We got like 2 seconds left. Alright, well, we won. Alright, good deal. So the plot of this game, apparently, is some psychotic creepy dude kidnapped all the SNK girls and put them in crazy costumes and is forcing them to fight each other. So we have Jean from Samurai Showdown, and we have Love? I don't know what she's from. What's your favorite Japanese actor and actress and why? Good question. Man, I really like Tamori a lot. I like Hamada a lot too. There's a really good. Who was the actress in Home and Away? She's a J-pop singer. She was in a drama with Hamada. I think was it like Niho something or other. She's really good. So yeah, Hamada, Tamori, and then the female lead of Home and Away. I'm just gonna keep. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna keep going for these combos here. Great graphics on this game. SNK really is kind of back to their old form. They're now they're owned by a Chinese company, but they still have a lot of their. Look at the credits of a game. It's like a lot of good Japanese staff as well. Not that there's anything wrong with a Chinese staff, but you know, the Japanese game developers I think definitely have more experience because Japan has been the, I think, even though America is the biggest market in terms of the number of people, Japan has always been the place that has the best video games. The stuff comes out first there. I mean, I know Japan has shifted increasingly to mobile gaming being increasingly important, but definitely I think they rule the consoles as well. Miho Nakayama, that is who I'm thinking of. Yes. One of my best videos, performing videos on the YouTube channel is that show she was in with Hamada called If Dreams Come True, and she sings the openings to it, and it's great. Yes, Miho Nakayama, I couldn't think of her name. I used to watch a ton of the Fuji life dramas on International Channel, but I actually can't think of a lot of the actors and actresses' names. But the life dramas that stood out, Power of Love was really good. Home and Away was good. Unmarried Family was good. What else? There was one that was actually based on a manga that the girl from Power of Love was in with another actress. They were kind of these like kooky girls that solved mysteries, pretty much. What else was good? There's a wedding planner one that was pretty good. Mai, always looking good. It's nothing new for her to be scantily clad in a game. Alright, well, Diego, we got it's a little bit more of a slow night tonight, but I'm glad we can sit and chill and game it up. I recently actually did a review with Santino of Darkstalkers. Vampire the Night Warriors, and they also just did a video on the channel. Maki Horikita, yes. Alright, I will check her out. That name sounds familiar, so I will definitely check that out. You know who I really like is I don't know her name off the top of my head, but the actress who played the Pink Jetman in Jetman. She's quite good. Man, I love Jetman. That is a great Super Sentai. Zarina, what is she from? Is that the girl from Art of Fighting? No, that's Sinclair. I'm trying to think if that's the girl from Art of Fighting 3, but it's not. I don't know who Zarina is. Actually, the characters in my manga are based on Downtown and Tamori. So I've got 3. The Tamori is going to be the villain, or a character based on Tamori is going to be the villain, and then the protagonists are going to be Machan and Hamachan archetypes. So we'll see how it goes. The manga will take place in Binghamton University and will involve a fighting tournament. So stay tuned for that. I can show you the first page if you're interested. This is a weird, it's a kind of a weird engine here because it plays it plays like more of a modern fighting game that's based more on forward attacks. As opposed to a traditional King of Fighters game that is based on, the more sweeping of the D-pad and timing and things like that. There's my super move. Oh, the super move is just the right trigger? That's easy. Alright, doing well. Yeah, I mean, personally, I just don't get the drama over a lot of these sexy video game girls. The primary audience for video games is men. They're not anti-woman. They're just idealized for a male audience. So, I mean, I think there's this trend in American gaming where they want to make a lot of the female characters not attractive. And I don't really understand how that's pro-woman. You know? like, I don't get it. Like, a man can't enjoy this. Like, okay. So it's like you're making the character to spite male gamers? Is that what you're doing? Like, what are you doing? So rather than just making a game to appeal to a wide audience and, expand and enrich certain tropes, you're basically just making games to please yourself and anger the people you don't like, which is, I don't think, a great way to make a game. Okay, I see how to finish people off on this game. The J-drama that is love so much from the international channel is Love Complex. Okay, I do have... So, dude, Diego, I actually just found the opening to Love Complex on a VHS tape of mine. And it's got a really cool opening. Really, really cool opening. And I don't actually remember the show that well, so it must have been at a time before I really got into the dramas. And I just ended up catching the opening because it spilled over from a tape of Hey 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 Music Champ. But I actually, just the other day, was going through a tape and saw the opening to Love Complex, and it was great. I could probably upload that and not get in trouble if it's just an opening. So, I don't know. I'm gonna just get the capture card going and at some point in the near future and see what happens. This guy looks like the final boss, what with his long silver ponytail. If you see anyone in an anime with a long silver ponytail, there's a 85% chance they're a bad guy. Nakaruru. It's crazy that we get Skullomania as a girl in this game. That's actually really cool. Looks like Arika and SNK are working together. I actually really want to check out Pink Ranger from Jetman is Riki Kishida. Yes. Yeah, she is good looking and enjoyable to watch as an actress. Jettoman. I gotta get the Jetman game for Famicom. I actually bought my wife her birthday presents, so those are all bought and paid for. I'm actually going to be getting a new car pretty soon, so that'll be fun. I'm afraid I'm going to get tetanus from my current car, because the bottom is so rusty. How Shokoken? Like, I'm putting my son in and out of my car, and I'm like, you know what? There's a chance that my legs are going to get cut with jagged rust. So it's time for an upgrade. So apparently there's a family member, like a second cousin, who owns a dealership, and we'll see what comes of this. I'm getting a hot pink El Camino. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. It would be nice if I could get something fun, but I need to be practical, because an El Camino makes absolutely no sense for a family man and 7th grade teacher like myself. So, alright, Santino, you are going to ride on the roof, and all my school stuff is going to go in the hatch. You know? So that's definitely not going to work out well. I don't know who Mui Mui is. I know who Athena is, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. She looks cool. That is a great design for Athena. There's some, like, survival horror game with Athena on the original PlayStation. I don't know. I actually think I might be getting some games in the mail tomorrow. If I do, I'll either do a review or a live stream. I'll try to do a stream. I like to do a stream every couple of days. So I'm thinking, you know, because I started so late tonight, I might do another stream on Friday. See where it leads. So either Friday or Saturday. I don't know. Like, I just kind of stream whenever I get the urge to stream. I don't know how that, you know, necessarily works with viewer schedules. I've been trying to include other content besides streaming, but I've actually been having so much fun streaming that, you know, some of the other content's gotten a bit slowed down. Takahashi Sorimicha sings the opening to Love Complex, and it's called Free. I will have to YouTube that. It's got a really cool opening. I remember it's got a lot of, like, white and black and kind of red in the visual. Like, that's what I'm thinking of when I see that opening. Those Fuji dramas had some really good openings to them. I love the opening to Power of Love. That's a great one. Who sings that? If you know that off the top of your head. Not that I'm just trying to use you as a Google machine, but if you're so inclined to tell me who sings the Power of Love opening, I would be appreciative. If not, no worries. Looks like we are approaching the climax of our exciting fighting game here in Occult Mansion. Fetishism explosion. Good times. He's the guy with long hair. I could listen to that opening song for hours. Yes, I am the same way. When I find a good song, I will literally listen to it for hours. I don't really get sick of things. I'm not someone that ever like plays a song so much. It's like I don't like this song anymore. I'm more of a person that's like I'll just play it. It's like oh, this is really really awesome. Hey, what else is awesome? You know. So, all right, we're gonna beat up this creepy kidnapper right here, and I'm going to use my ninja cow power and Tengu power to take this psycho named Kukri down. I actually have a more conventional fighting game controller, but I don't really mind the regular Switch controller. Alright, Mai. So it looks like China and Japan definitely don't have a problem with bikini girl fighting games. They have a really easy, intuitive combo style here. I missed my finish chance, darn it. Damn, I can't do my finish move. It's saying finish chance. There it is. That's odd. It was saying finish chance, and I was hitting the finish button with Yuri. I'm sorry, with mine, but wasn't working, so I tagged in Yuri, and it did work. So I don't know. There might have been something going on my end. I don't think this game plays very, very responsively, so I don't think it would be a control glitch. But who knows? So, you know, it's not unusual for SNK to have endings where the bad guy's fortress collapses around him, and this is no different. So that's the game right there. That was pretty fun. And by pretty fun, I mean that was legitimately fun. Always like a good game with a J-pop ending here, and it's actually cool. We get a little anime ending as well here. So we see our Art of Fighting stuff here, and it looks like in this version of Art of Fighting, Rio has been kidnapped here, and this time Yuri is the motorcycle riding hero. Who is beating up the various toughs of Southtown and ripping off King's shirt in the process, exposing that she's a woman. And there goes Mickey, John, and Mr. Big. This is a great ending for Yuri. This is really fun. Doing her butt bump to Tengu. Don't do it, Yuri. That man is ours. It was Toto all along. It was all a dream. That's a fantastic ending for Yuri. Man, do you see how, this game was actually completed and has endings in an arcade mode? Like, that's really nice, It looks like Mai and Andy are getting married here. Let's see if there's a comedic twist here. It's actually funny in some of Mai and Andy's intros to their fights. Like, Mai will be holding a baby and Andy will freak out. I've seen that in various KOF games. Oh no, it's the bad guy. But she's also having a nightmare. Andy with his stylish t-shirt tuck and his blue jeans. Looking like he's in the early 90s, late 80s British pop duo Go West. It looks like Mai has felled Andy with her nice jogging shorts and tank top. Square Enix was involved in this game. Well done. Well, SNK does not disappoint. Very, very good stuff. That was a enjoyable experience. No, thank you for making a quality game for a quality console. All right. So, let's see what we'll play next. We could play. We could do some Dragon Quest 11, but why don't we'll do some Twin Bee. We always like to play some shmups here and there on the channel. I do need to show you Dragon Quest 11 on the 16-bit mode on the Switch. It's fantastic. No, I don't want to make another user. It just plays Noel. That's what I want. Noel. That's what we're going with here. Take another sip of Java. This game is for Japan only. Man, Twin Bee is such a good game. I actually have a couple of Twin Bees on the PlayStation Mini, which we're getting an upgrade for. Kasumi Oda sings the opening to Power of Love, and it's called Glittering. Kasumi Oda, I want to say he might have done some music for Crying Freeman, but I could be wrong. I gotta look that. Glittering by Kasumi Oda. That sounds really good. I gotta get that on MP3. Or look up the single for it. No, don't exit. Gosh darn it, I hate it. The only thing I don't like is, these arcade games is like when you go to hit start, it just pauses it. Okay, so we are going to be going to a planet that is in trouble. Very cool anime princess over here. So, the thing about Twin Bee is you got to shoot the clouds and get the bells. Different colored bells give you different powers here. Twin Bee noted for its very cute graphics, smooth gameplay, high popularity in Japan. This game, one of the archetypal cute-em-ups, both in arcades and on the Famicom. I'm really pleased that Nintendo just has really returned to form by making just ridiculously good games focused on the Japanese audience. Because the PlayStation and Xbox are definitely great, but it just really seems that they don't have the variety that the Switch has in terms of just really fun, cool games. I mean, the cool games that they do have are great, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love playing my PS4 and my Xbox, but I can just find a bunch of crazy cool stuff on my Switch. And I think that's because they have more of a direct line to Japanese games. Hey, Arrow! Your stream... Wait a second. Hang on a second. Your streams don't pop up on my front screen anymore. Huh. Well, welcome, Arrow. You know what, man? I've noticed that my views on YouTube are, like, going way down. I wonder if I'm being, like, punished or the algorithm is changed or hurting me or whatever. Well, thanks for stopping by, man. So we have been playing the Switch, and we actually just beat SNK Tag Heroines with Yuri and Mai, and had some very fun endings that we saw. Now we are playing Twin Bee. Before we were playing versus Super Mario Brothers and a anime zombie rail shooter. That's name is escaping me. So thus far, Arrow, it's been all Twitch thus far tonight. And good time has been had by all. Diego and I are just kind of shooting the breeze here. And yeah, man, I'm sorry that the stream didn't show up on your notifications. But I appreciate you stopping by. I never know how much is too much or too little. So I'm basically just kind of streaming whenever I feel like it. Again, I've been having a lot of fun doing these streams. So I'm just, it's been, more. Actually, I think we've done about 20 streams in a few weeks. So, definitely been doing a few of these a week. And they've been enjoyable. I've enjoyed getting to talk to you guys and just playing games that I like with some cool people. Hang on, let me pause this again. Wait, I'm going to unpause it. Okay, because actually I can't actually read. Normally it would show up in my recommendations, huh? If you ever play these opening themes, please play it in your videos. Oh, yeah, thanks, man. I'm glad that you caught the Cliff and Blair thing. I'm actually going to be probably doing more Earthian videos, because I have an Earthian soundtrack, and I have an Earthian art book. And I'm really glad you like that drawing of Cliff and Blair. I definitely want to take a shot at drawing more Earthian characters. Definitely Takako and Taki. I do like drawing Kagetsuya a lot. I think he's a really cool character. Man, I love the character design in Twin Bee. Again, Guy Jillionaire, check his channel out for Twin Bee information. And again, Twin Bee, because it was a 80s Konami game, had great commercials that always ended with that cool doo-doo-doo Konami. Namco also had some really interesting 80s Japanese commercials. They would have these like American-looking kids sitting in a field, like playing these Famicoms, and it would have this really cool like synthesizer victory music playing. And then it would show something like, Dig Dug or Pac-Man or pro wrestling or something, and then the kid would like look at the screen and there would be some weird like creature next to him or something. He was a friendly creature. I don't know. Those were like some interesting Namco commercials. You have a very laid back environment here. Always good to have it running in the background whenever doing something. Well, I'm glad you like it, man. Yeah, I'm just being honest, man. I'm just being me. There's some I don't know, man. I might be being punished because like I talk sometimes about, I don't think I talk about anything like super controversial, but I don't know, like maybe if like I don't think I get like crazy political. I mean, we did talk about some of the current events that were going on, when things were how do I say this without getting in trouble? On fire. And I was just trying to be honest about things. I wasn't trying to insult anyone, or I don't think I said anything insulting. And then I know we were talking about Lee Carvello's putting challenge, because that's just a fun gossip topic for gamers to talk about. And I know that the powers that be are a big fan of that game. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you had some trouble seeing the video. And I've been looking at things, and it's like my viewer count's down, and like that's fine. Like, I mean, I understand like some people just have stuff to do, or they're just like not into the content all the time, which is totally cool. I mean, I make these videos, for you guys and for me, but the reason I started talking about this is going to bring up another controversial topic. I don't even know if I can, but I'm gonna. Dr. Disrespect. He is a character, and he, I think, is actually really cool to watch. I mean, I don't really watch a lot of his stuff, but I see clips of him sometimes, and he's really, really funny. Like, I don't have Twitch, so I don't watch Twitch, but every clip I've seen of him is really, really funny. I mean, and he plays a character, and I am a character, so my whole thing is, like, I just want to, be myself and try to talk, relatively knowledgeably about things that I like, and, just share that with people. And in fact, one of the reasons I got more into video game blogging and things like that was because I just got so burnt out on all the political nonsense that was going on, that I just wanted to do stuff that I liked, man, It wouldn't be the first time something like that would have happened. A lot of people dwindle in views whenever they say something they deem to be out of line. Huh. Please draw more Earthian characters for International Channel, J-Drama themes, and International. Yeah, J-Drama International Channel themes were freaking awesome as hell, man. I used to watch those all the time. I have VHS tapes that are just filled with tracking lines from how many times I've rewound and rewatched. Man, I can't, I don't know, man. I don't know. I want the internet to be a fun place. That's all I want, And that's one of the reasons my friend project is so fun, because, like, no one, like, I'm not saying people shouldn't pay attention to politics. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm saying people should not have unreasonable perspectives that get angry when someone disagrees with them. Some people just need to agree to disagree and not act like an online fanatic, because not everyone's going to agree with you all the time. It's not going to happen. That's just part of being an adult. I don't know. Like, for me, too, like, I had to learn how to take a lot of criticism, like, right out of high school, because I was really into drawing anime and manga, and, like, right at that time, I had no formal training at all. I loved my high school, but they didn't really have much in the way of art classes. That was, like, one of the downsides to being a small Christian private school, is they just didn't have a lot of funds from the state, because they didn't want funds from the state. They didn't want the state telling them what to do, Like, because their whole thing was, like, we will follow all the state laws and all that kind of stuff. But, man, again, I love this art. Rogue Drums, how the hell are you, my friend? Sorry for the late stream. But my wife wanted to watch some Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix, the new version. It's actually, so far, it's really, really good. So I encourage, if you're interested in some more kind of current Netflix and not my usual random 80s, 90s suggestions. Check that out. So yeah, Rogue Jumps. We're playing some Twin Bee right now. We've been playing some Switch. We beat SNK Heroine Tag Team Fighters. And we played some Versus Super Mario Brothers from 1986. Played an anime zombie rail shooter that I have downloaded on the Switch. And good times being had by all. I was going on about how I just want the internet to be a place where people are intelligent and understanding and chill. You know? Like, none of this weird online fanaticism. Let's all just learn how to know what we believe and why we believe it, but agree to disagree. Anyway, I was talking about like how I learned how to take a lot of criticism. So my bright idea was like, okay, well, I really want to get into drawing anime and manga, so I'm going to go start posting my artwork on message boards. So you can imagine the people on there were super nice, and by that I mean they were pretty toxic and critical. But I was just like, all right, well, if I want to get better, I got to listen to them, you know. And some of them, like, gave some helpful advice, but they're helpful. Okay, they didn't really give helpful advice. Their helpful advice was, get some figure drawing classes. Like, okay, where? Like, it's like, oh yeah, go buy a Ferrari. You want a better car? Get a Ferrari. It's like, okay, well, how do I do that? So I just got a lot of kind of snarky take figure drawing classes. But there were some people who, you know, they tolerated me or kind of liked me, you know. But that was like how I learned how to really take a lot of ruthless, blunt criticism, is posting art online, which I actually don't recommend because, you know, it's just, you learn how to take criticism. That's the best thing you can get out of that, in my opinion. So, yeah. Let me see what the comments are saying here. You're fine. I was doing stuff. Video games, movies, hell, even children's TV. Politics is too much an influence, and all those things you're talking about. I agree. Especially in kids' TV shows, man. Like, just freaking... You know, for, like, kids' TV shows, you need to be teaching kids, like, basic values. Like, not be pushing weird identity politics stuff, you know? Like, you know what show I love? And I say this all the time, man. Peppa Pig. I just like legitimately enjoy watching that show with Santino. Everyone's nice to each other. It's funny. It's cute. I actually get it's kind of like stylistically sloppy, but it's very consistent. It knows what it's doing. So the art style is very cute, even though it looks like it's just kind of haphazardly done. It's actually done with some skill. It's a fun, cute show, and they definitely understand the quirks of adult personalities, and how kind of like mischievous kids can be. But it's all done in a very nice way, you know. So that's a nice kids show, and it's because I think it's because it's aimed at the kids so young that you really can't get crazy with it. Although, who knows? You know, in this day and age. I'm thinking of putting your stuff on the internet with the help exposure. Oh, thanks, man. The real opening thing... Oh, man, I hate it. Hang on, man. I'm going to actually slightly move the phone here. The real opening of Power of Love is Kira Kira by Oda Jazuma. You can listen to this on YouTube. Cool! I love that opening song. It's really good. And thank you, Arrow, for trying to spread the word, spread the faith. All right, back to some Twin Bee here. So, guys, another... sorry for my hand. Another cool thing is Jim, our cool man known as Retro Zoltan, is, as we speak, making some tweaks to the hardware on the mini PlayStation So we might be getting a couple new games, some new wallpaper, some new music. So a couple of the games we know didn't work, but he said he's got some of the games working and will replace games that aren't going to work. So he's definitely he puts a lot of work in his stuff, man. So I highly recommend, if you have a PlayStation Mini and you have about $40 to spend, definitely give him a shout out, because he's really good to deal with. I made a friend, and I'm getting cool, obscure Japanese games on my PlayStation. And not only that, he's like, I really want your PlayStation to be how you want it, you know? So he's like, we're like going through ways to like format the opening to Road Blaster on the Sega CD, you know? And, you know, I'm like giving him like different JoJo's Bizarre Adventure wallpapers to use. What's the purple one do? Ooh, lots of Twin Bees. I don't know, man. I like shmups for sure, but the cute shmups I'm the best at. So probably because they're easier. You know? I mean, they're not that easy. Thankfully for this one, I have infinite continues. Now the other cool thing that Zoltan, our friend Jim, offered to do is he said he could put some PC Engine games on the PlayStation, but like, and that's like super tempting. But I kind of want that. I kind of want my minis just to have the games for the consoles on it. Like, I'm not trying to be a snob or anything, but it's like, if I have a PlayStation Mini, I kind of want it to like be like a PlayStation, you know. So that's just kind of me. But if you want to put extra games on it, it's crazy. Like, the PlayStation Mini has so much hardware potential, and Sony did like literally the cheapest possible official release of it. like, it's not bad. Like, the official release of it isn't bad. It's just like crazy mediocre. Like, they threw European ROMs on there because they didn't want to actually have to do different ROMs for the American and European markets, which is ridiculous. And I mean, they didn't do any kind of graphical improvements to help with the transition from standard definition to high definition. No like wallpapers or anything like that. It's very bare bones and mediocre. The selection of games is like okay, but you know, they got a lot of nonsense on there as well. This freaking Skeletor jellyfish over here. Well, that's not good. Well, that doesn't sound good. It's another line from Peppa Pig. Daddy, it's Grandpa. He's broken the computer. Turn it off and turn it back on. I am very broken. Well, that doesn't sound good. Yeah, Peppa Pig and 90s fighting games. That's literally what Santino and I do all day. No, you're cool, man. Thank you, Diego. Thank you for getting me that info. I will be enthusiastically pursuing it. Anyway, speaking of cool Japanese music, so Diego and I have been talking about the openings to Japanese dramas, like Power of Love and Love Complex. Gridman, the Japanese version of Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, which was actually the Japanese people who did Gridman also worked on Samurai Cyber Squad, so the series are actually really similar in American and Japanese. They've just kind of adjusted a couple of cultural tropes to fit the audience. Man, I said this before, I freaking love the Twin Bee artwork here. It's just so cool. Anyway, that's got a great Gridman has a great opening, and if you go on my Friend Project channel, my Friend Project page, it's there. But if you just go to YouTube and type in a Gridman opening, you will not be disappointed. It's like a very just high intensity, powered J-pop song. And Gridman is cool. It's about kids who get sucked into the computer, and there's an angry loner who's a bad guy who works with an evil internet conqueror, I guess would be the best way to put it. The American version was like all about Compaq computer product placement too. Like everyone owned a Compaq, which is actually pretty cool because my stepdad used to work for Compaq. So yeah, he seemed to really like it too. I'm slightly disappointed in his lack of access to vintage 80s monitors though, but it's all good. He's an awesome dude. You got it, bro. Just let me know. Cool. They made a revision of that by means I heard. It's like called SSS Gridman, and I've heard it's really good too. I saw that they had the opening of it on YouTube to the original Gridman music, and I did see it. It looked like the anime looks really cool. And I've heard it's on Crunchyroll, so I'm definitely going to check that out. I'm going to be reviewing a VHS tape that I have of Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. And it's a really good show. It's fun, man. Like, I remember liking it when I first got that tape. So here's a fun story. I actually got that tape for a friend. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to check this out myself. And it's like, I'm not giving this away. I'm keeping this for myself. Because I liked it so much. And I even told him, I'm like, actually, can I keep this? And he's like, yeah, I don't really care that much. It's like the computer decided to give me a little power-up for my plight. Uh-oh, looks like boss time is coming up. So, Era, have you seen any of that anime of SSS Gridman? Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad Gridman? I hope they use Compaq computers in the anime. I've seen some YouTube videos. I'm afraid I haven't, but I've heard about it. Nice. No, I've just heard about it through YouTube. I did a little research on Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, and then that led me to the anime. And I think the anime came out in like 2018, so it's a couple of years old. And I've heard the ending, they actually do use the original Gridman theme, which is super cool. Darn it. Getting hit by that stray energy orb, that is not cool. Ooh. So yeah, guys, any any theories as to the fall of Dr. Disrespect? Because that is a crazy story. Yeah, Gallagher over here. I remember the final boss in this game is some kind of weird. I can't remember what it is. I think I'm getting it mixed up with another PC Engine shooter that I actually recently reviewed on the channel. But I remember the final boss in this one being pretty weird as well. Nice soothing music in this level. But definitely as the game goes on, it's getting more and more intense. So Dailymotion doesn't have subscribers? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, Diego just brought up Dailymotion. It seems like we're in a time period where people are more and more looking for more options, as things become more consolidated, on the one hand, it becomes more convenient, but on the other hand, it can become like, well, this thing that I like, I can't do here, so can I do it somewhere else, you know? If you guys want to see some really good YouTube videos about YouTube in the early 2000s, I highly recommend Wavy Web Surf. He has a lot of nice, relaxing videos to listen to about YouTube. My particular favorite is his video on Chad Warden. I don't know if you guys remember him or not. I actually was like right in the thick of all of this time period here, and I didn't really remember Chad Warden. But I remember, I remember right the time period when he was popular. He was just this like weird, silly YouTube personality that was this kind of like late high school, early college age kid that acted like a gangster rapper. And but he would be talking about the PlayStation 3 and how awesome it was, and how crap the Xbox and the Wii were. Found some of them. I'm sorry. Okay, so no subscribers, and you're trying to find anime. Dailymotion is actually not a bad place to find some pretty obscure anime. Like, I found... So, I've got the Sailor Victory OVA on my channel, and that's actually based on some weird, like, schoolgirl drama. It's, like, not a... Like, Sailor Victory is, like, kind of a crazy alternate dimension spin-off of this rather serious, like, schoolgirl thing. And I found that on Dailymotion. I'm blanking on the name of it. Sorry if I'm not, like... I like to be more accurate with my information. I'm just being kind of vague about things. Like, oh yeah, this thing! It's connected to this other thing! Like, oh no, that does me very little good. But I'm glad you know about this thing that you don't know the name of. Thank goodness we have infinite credits for this crazy red skull looking thing right here. Alright. Yatta. I mean, I remember Dailymotion first came out. It seemed like it was more... It seemed like it was, like, more visited. Now it seems like it's got more of a niche audience, which is fine. I'm all about niche audience. Man, this game went from being a pleasant, relaxing stroll in the woods to increasing bullet hell here. Bullet hell is not the right term, though. That would imply that it's not fun. I mean, it might be more frustrating if I didn't have infinite continues. Help me, ambulance. Darn it. Will you go down? Come on, I need bells. I need bells with lots of different colors. Who here saw The Simpsons where Marge got a Chanel suit? And, like, she joined a country club and only wore the Chanel suit? And then, so these, like, snobby Karens, you know, they're all, you know, Marge's friends, but this one is, you know, talking about how Marge wears the same suit all the time. So Marge starts, like, altering it with her sewing machine to make new-looking clothes. And they invite Marge to this party, and she's like, I'll be there with bells on. And then the friend's like, bells? Where will you be attaching bells to that mangled Chanel suit? And my friend and I joke about that to this day. They were having plans. It's like, I'll be there with bells on. Bells? Where will you be attaching those bells to that mangled Chanel suit? I was listening to the opening to Shaman King the other day. Northern Lights. They got me to thinking about Aurora Borealis and Seymour Skinner's kitchen. Seymour, the house is on fire. No, Mother, it's just the Northern Lights. Steamed hams. It's an Albany dialect. Is this the final boss? Because he looks very final bossy. I have beaten this game, I just don't remember all the details of it. This does look like a crazy, evil, bad guy castle here. And this game has gotten quite hard. It's like vanilla ice from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure level BS here with all the amount of crazy swinging orbs. Shaman King's getting a reboot next year. Interesting. I liked Shaman King for several reasons. One, I thought it was really good in Shonen Jump. I actually read Shaman King in Shonen Jump. And the other thing I liked about it is the sidekick character, the little guy, is actually based on TM Revolution, who is my favorite Japanese singer. This is the final boss, I remember this. Nice freaking ending music here. Actually, I do have a review of this game on the channel. I don't know if any of you guys would know the answer to this, but I know there's a Twinbee RPG for the PlayStation, and I don't know if there's an English translation to it. It would be cool if there was. But if anyone knows the answer to that, let me know. I'm one of these people, excuse me for yawning, who, just buys RPGs all the time because I love anime, and I love RPGs, and I love artwork, and then I have no time to play them. And then the time I do have, I'm like, oh, well, let me just play this game that's, like, easy to play in a hurry. So I just end up playing fighting games and watching Boy Meets World reruns, So, I don't know, that's me. Speaking of RPGs I have a hard time getting to, we'll check out some Dragon Quest VII. Not Dragon Quest VII, Dragon Quest XI. The end. Nice. Well, this game is all kinds of kick-ass here. So, Daytona Twinbee, known in English as Bells and Whistles. Get that on your Switch. Zombie Panic Wonderland was the zombie rail shooter we were playing. Versus Super Mario Brothers. You can always play more Summer Sweetheart. I was joking about that earlier. Let's buy this girl a dress. That will make her like me. Certainly not spray me with mace. The rapper, Puff Daddy's sidekick. She literally carries him around in her purse, and then whenever she gets creeped out, she yells, "Spring forth, burly protector, and save me." And then late 90s rapper Mace comes out and beats someone with a crowbar. That is exactly how she defends herself on the mean streets of Tokyo, Japan. Why would I make that up? I would just be wasting everyone's time. Now, the cool thing about Dragon Quest XI is you get a nice combination of cutting-edge CG with the charming 2D chibi graphics that you got on the Super Famicom. And if you want something a little more cutting edge, you can go to the more current graphic mode. So 2 graphical modes, really cool. And the other nice thing about this game is you can set it in Japanese. So I'm always a fan of Japanese voice acting over American voice acting, especially in Dragon Quest, because I don't know, for some reason they use these British accents, and I don't I like British accents. I talk about Peppa Pig all the time. But if I'm watching an anime, I'd kind of rather hear Japanese voice actors personally, but it's all good, Did you just get this game, or did you just get this game, or have you been playing it prior to the stream? I've had Dragon Quest XI for a while, but haven't had time to play through it. Still trying to get through Breath of the Wild. Right. I have this game on. I had this game on PlayStation 4. I still do. I actually got this game for my birthday on PlayStation 4, and really liked the little bit that I played of it. And then I saw on the Switch they had a definitive edition of it that had Japanese voice acting and the 16-bit mode. So I got it on the Switch. Not that I'm not super happy to have it on the PlayStation 4 as well, but the Switch version actually seemed a bit better. It had some really nice features, so I got it on the Switch. And this is also a nice way to beef up my Switch library. So, yeah. Switch is, definitely the cool Japanese console. So Dragon Quest that I've beaten Dragon Quest 1, I've beaten Dragon Quest 4, I've beaten Dragon Quest 5, I've beaten Dragon Quest 8. So I've beaten fewer Dragon Quests than Final Fantasies. Continue my adventure. So I believe we are going up a mountain. Did I hit new adventure or continue adventure? So this game starts out with some nice 3D CG graphics here, and then it's going to kick to 2D. Did I not save? I thought for sure I saved. Maybe I didn't save, I don't know. Either way, it was not far in the game at all. My friend said he put 100 hours into this on the PlayStation 4 version. So I was like, oh, fantastic. Because that's a lot of gameplay time. That sounds, on the one hand, it's great, but on the other hand, it's like, man, that's a lot of time. And I got a lot of stuff to do. But he said he was going full completionist on it. Nice freaking Toriyama graphics getting translated into the current gen consoles here. So this is very reminiscent of a PlayStation RPG right here, but with better graphics. Because if you played games like Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy IV on the PlayStation, they had these like crazy nice cutscenes, and then they would kick to the 2D graphics. That is a super cute baby. Look at that little chubber right there, those chubby cheeks. Dragon Quest, the anime. It was called like The Adventures of Abel. That has got some amazing music in it. The closing credits is one of my favorites in any anime. Believe in Dreams by Hideki Tokunaga. And yeah, it's good stuff. Yume wo Shinjite. He did another great song called, I think it's called like Broken Radio or Rusty Radio. And that's a great song. The video for that's a lot of fun too. It's pretty much him sitting in a bar and then American people looking at him in awe for 3.5 minutes. It's literally one of the best things I've ever seen, and I'm not being ironic or sarcastic. I love that video. It's really good. And now that they made Seiken Densetsu 3, are they going to remake Chrono Trigger? As opposed, I don't disagree with you, man. I agree with you. But personally speaking, rather than remaking Chrono Trigger, they should do Chrono Break. Because while I liked Chrono Cross, it was kind of weird. I would have preferred there to be more information or more interaction or more, I don't want to say lack of respect, because Chrono Cross does the thing where they kill off a lot of the characters from the previous game, but it's just one of many dimensions So I think it would be maybe more respectful or interesting to those characters and their fans if you had a sequel that was more involved with them, because Chrono Cross was basically a 32-bit version of Radical Dreamers, except the developers did the incredibly stupid thing of cutting Magus out of the game, and Magus was the best Radical Dreamer because he was actually in Chrono Trigger, you know? Like, Scala and Serge are cool, don't get me wrong, but Magus in Radical Dreamers was like a super badass. Like, he was, super tough magician in a gold mask, like, really cool. So, and actually, if you go to my friend project page, I have a little thing for Chrono Break. Because back in the early 2000s, they had trademarked the name Chrono Break. And so everyone was assuming that there's going to be another Chrono Trigger game. And apparently Square said no, because, I don't know, it's not a Final Fantasy game, so... And I know they had lost a lot of money on Final Fantasy Spirits Within. I love these graphics. Looks like Sandy's keen to lead the way. Alright, let's follow this lovable dog. I'm not sure if I've ever seen you two apart, and to think you're all grown up already. Are those wedding bells I hear? Grandma, honestly, I'm holding a sword, and I will use it out of anger. Time for you to head up the tour, I hear. Mind you, don't slip, it's a long way down. Well, Noel, you heard the lady. Make sure she comes to no harm. Will do. Man, this is great. Like a lot of the Dragon Quest games, the graphics are, not as cutting edge as Final Fantasy, but they're always really cute and charming. And in this game, you really do get to see the cute charm in all its glory. Yes, time flies. We're all grown up. I don't know, playing the game in this style makes me, like, more into it. Not that, like, not that the more, like, flashy graphics makes me disengaged, but I really, really like this style, and can relate to this style, and I'm familiar with this style. So, it's good stuff, and it really does lend itself to Toriyama's artwork. So, the mayor is my grandfather, that's nice. Not a kid anymore. I'm going to head to the top of the mountain and praise the Great Spirit. And I'm going to come back down and say how it was. The twist about this game is, like, to praise the Great Spirit, you have to sing Marky Mark's Good Vibrations. It's true. Toriyama was a huge, huge fan of Good Vibrations. Yep. Climbing the mountain, delicious supper. This idyllic opening to this RPG makes me think that nothing bad is going to happen. Because normally how RPGs start is they start off with this nice idyllic, charming opening, and then stuff just stays harmonious, and it just turns into a series of episodes of Full House. Which actually would not be a bad idea for an RPG. It fits the aesthetic that you seem to enjoy. Yes, it does. Perhaps you ought to give Octopath Traveler a look as well. What is that on? What is Octopath on? May your claim teach you how truly blessed we are to live in such beautiful surroundings. Pray for your safe return. I have Final Fantasy 15, and I know they did a chibi version of that as well, but not like this. I don't think like this. I think they tried to make it look more like the DS Final Fantasy 4, and I could kind of take or leave that style. When I wish I was grown up like you. Can't wait to climb Tor. Good luck, Noel. Alright, let's get moving and grooving here. Kame-sen in over here. See if he's got any dirty magazines. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. My granddad's been teaching me the prayer ever since I was little. He reckons the spirit of the land really does live on Cobblestone Tor, you see. As long as I can remember, he's been preparing me for this day. The day it would finally be my turn to climb all the way up there and offer my thanks. I just wonder whose idea it was in the first place, sending the village's young folk on such a dangerous errand. What if I was to take a tumble and do myself a mischief? Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want to do yourself a mischief. Alright, let's chat with this elderly gentleman. You know, it was weird. You know, the opening to Xenogears, right? Phase in this like nice idyllic town. And oh, it's on Switch. Octopath on Switch. Interesting. I will check it out. But yeah, Faye, like, he's living this nice idyllic life, and then the village burns down. Because, you know, he loses his cool whenever he's in a giant mech. Now, you know a game that really needs a sequel is Xenogears. And I'm not talking about, you know, the spiritual successor stuff. Because, like, Xenogears is written so that there's multiple games in this reincarnation timeline. And it would be very interesting to play through those different games. Uh-oh, slimes. I don't think I've ever gotten into a fight on this game. So here come. Are we going to get first-person view here? Please say yes. Yes! Nice music. No spells. Do they have any equipped items? Alright. Turn-based RPG action. I do love it. I want to say I heard that this version of the game was on the 3DS, but I could be wrong. So Dragon Quest is always about the grind, but it's a fun grind because Toriyama's characters are so cute and edgy. Like, his characters are cute, but there's also kind of like I can take this seriously as an enemy aspect of it. So lots of action-oriented charm. I don't really have anything else I can do other than attack. I don't have any spells or anything. Well, I could run and try to heal, I guess, but I don't know if I have any potion or anything. Got a medical herb though, so now I definitely have something. And now we have to go through this horrible, dingy cave. It's just our luck. Yeah, alright, let's get moving and grooving. Nice music. I do very much like the soundtrack to this game. I am definitely someone who prefers more linear gameplay. That's one thing that I like about these types of RPGs is that while there is room to explore, there's a fairly narrow frame that guides you. And when there's not, rest assured I get lost. High encounter right here. But it's actually not a bad thing, so it gives me a chance to level up. Damn it, cheers on Noel. Noel is fired up. Come at me. Sandy barks at the slime. The slime is terrified with fear. So it's cool because my comrades here are controlling themselves. It actually kind of reminds me of it's the game I'm thinking of. I want to say Star Ocean did similar things. Lunar is the game I'm thinking of. You could have your colleagues be in command. This game looks a lot like Lunar Silver Star Story, but you can still see Toriyama's influence on these chibi guys. Alright, let's attack. I was just seeing what I had as far as weapons and whatnot. Now the downside, I don't know how much of this I'm going to actually be playing, because the downside to me playing RPGs at night is they make me sleepy. Now I'm talking to you guys, so that's good. But that's one of the reasons I can't get through my RPGs is because when I read at night, very few things put me to sleep like reading at night. Now, I've pulled a lot of all-nighters in school, but I'm usually fueled by a sense of desperation and caffeine. It's like, alright, Nolan, get this done, or take massive academic consequences. I'm like, I'll get it done. Alright, Sandy attacking. Only 1 point, though. Will this guy go down? Like, what is he made of here? Dragon Quest was always a game where you had to use your imagination, which I actually liked. Ooh, level up. So we're now at level 2. Good deal. Alright, where do I go here? I can't believe there are monsters on the tour in our big day 2. It's a little bit worrying, but we have to push on. Thanks to Bodyguard Noel. The only thing I'm noticing about this game is the encounter rate is particularly high. So it's kind of hard for me to go and try to figure out where I am supposed to go. I mean, we don't have to stream this game for much longer, but I do want to, give you guys a taste of the Switch library that I own. Come on. A lovable dog is trying to attack. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog. So we got this needler out of the way here. Alright. So there's a waterfall there. Can I loop around this way here? I don't want to run away because these guys are weak and they are giving me a chance to get HP. But they are, kind of slowing the game. This game should have a controller that doubles as a slime from the game. The PlayStation had one of those. The PlayStation 2 had a slime controller. They came out with Dragon Quest VIII. And Dragon Quest VIII was the first Dragon Quest game that was actually called Dragon Quest. For whatever reason, Enix could not use Dragon Quest because that was copyrighted by some American company or whatever, so they changed the name to Dragon Warrior, which I don't know, whatever. I don't care, but I think it causes kind of unnecessary confusion, but whatever, it's all good. No, that's the way we came. Can't go in there, can't go in there, can't go in there. Alright, if we keep getting random attacked here, which again, like, I don't mind, but I'm thinking that might not make for the most titillating viewing here. Okay, is there a secret passageway somewhere here? Because here... Well, maybe I can get through this way here. Hold on. Maybe I was sticking too close to the grass. One thing about having a terrible sense of direction is you get to level up very easily in RPGs. It's like, how did you get so strong? I got lost, got attacked a lot, and didn't run away from the battles. And it's because of that that I tend to want to get through RPGs more quickly, because I'm like, I want to get out with the story. But I do like the role-playing aspect as well, and I love the world and the characters and the avatars and all that good stuff. Do we need to save here? Save point? So, what is that? Let's beat these bad guys and find out. They look like they have detached shovels in their hand. That is a terrifying weapon. It's like, you know your plow guy? This is him if he went insane. Yeah, I know, he's paralyzed with fear, so... Can we attack him here? Yeah, he only takes 6 points. I mean, he might be paralyzed with fear, but he's pretty darn tough. I do like the fact that my partner kind of is going into business for herself here, because that actually helps me focus more on my stuff like that. Ooh, level 3. It was an herb. Alright, so we're going in a circle there. Alright, well, this game's been fun, but I'm a little unsure on where to go, and I don't want to bore you guys with me literally walking around in a circle on Dragon Quest XI for God knows how long. Why don't we check out some Sunset Riders? Good old Konami. Japanese mode or American mode? Let's go with Japan. So I haven't played too much of this game, but it's got a nice opening. Which is why it was called an attract mode. It's like, so help me God, if you play this game without the express written consent of Japanese baseball. The game's got nice music. His name is Steve. And his name is Billy. This is a very, very nice opening, combining spaghetti westerns with J-pop and 16-bit graphics. Great, great stuff. Okay, let's give this a shot. Alright. Yeehaw. I'm gonna be Poncho here. Alright. I'll fire this gun in all kinds of directions here. Jump up. Alright. Ah, I see. He's going there and kiss a girl. Really capture the spirit of the Wild West here. I have two guns that can do some serious damage. Oh man, I took a shot here. This game plays very, very smoothly. Is someone throw a Molotov cocktail at me? Hello, little duckies. Hello, little chicks. Oh, great, bulls! Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to dodge those as well. But I can jump on top of them. Really, really nice platform beat 'em up here. If you like Japanese video games, if you like platform beat 'em ups, then this is the game for you. Lovable birds. Oh man, I went to go look back at the chat and was felled by a stream of wild animals here. Well, luckily those burglars are being slowed down by their obesity and propensity to carry giant sacks of coins. Nice audio. Especially considering this game's age. He's losing his cover here. Thanks to moi. Come on. I will. No, stop. Return to game. Thank you. Alright, come on, you. It's kind of like some Altered Beast style action right here. Dodging bullets while you have the almighty power. Alright, so he's gone. Bury me with my money. Alright, good deal. This game is incredibly fun. I'm going to actually wrap it up pretty soon, but let's see if there's any game that we haven't played that would be worth playing. The only reason I'm going to wrap it up soon is because I have had kind of a long day, and that Dragon Quest IV, man, reading always makes me groggy. So why don't we play a Kunio-kun, and then we will wrap this stream up. I'll either be streaming again tomorrow or Saturday. It just depends on my schedule. But I definitely appreciate you guys stopping by. So use your NES titles, and then once again, We're going to go to Famicom Land. Street basketball. Hockey. Historical period drama. I have this game on the Switch. Not the Switch, on the Famicom Mini. I actually have Kunio-kun. I have Renegade on Famicom. Play a little bit of this one. So this is River City Ransom right here. So we'll pick a character here. What do our settings look like? No data to load. No, I don't want to go back. How do I... No, I don't want to save this. Oh my gosh. How do I pick a character here? Am I that out of it that I can't actually pick a character? Okay, there we go. Alright, I am... No, that's... Okay. One player. This is what I want. Noel. It's funny, Wang always uses this on his YouTube channel, this theme. And who will this guy be? We'll make him Tino. What the freak, man? Am I that... What am I supposed to hit to freaking play this game here? This game was not that difficult to play on the Famicom Mini. Alright, so, okay, there we go. Easy. Okay. Alright, looks like we just had to hit X. So we're going to get into a blazing battle right here with the Downtown Neketsu story. So, okay, so it looks like X and Y are start and select, and A and B are buttons here. So that's how they're emulating the Famicom controller. Again, I always love the Famicom's graphics here. I love their chibi, expressive, big sprites. Really pushing the hell out of hardware from 1983. Alright, just keep on moving and grooving here. So I have played a bit of this game in Japanese, and I gotta tell you, it is easier to play it in English. No street toughs. Alright, let's go this way. Ooh, pretty girls. And I can go and buy stuff here. Like, let's get a cup of coffee. I drank the coffee. My energy is boosted. My stamina's maxed out. Alright. No, I'm good. I think I've accomplished what I'm looking to do here. Alright, well, as much as I love to patronize local business here, let's go to the next page here. We got Dan Hibiki over here. I don't know, a bat or a chain. Bat's been doing me just fine. There might be a kendo stick. Come on. Yeah, Renegade and Kunio-kun, they always had this like issue where you had to make sure you were facing your opponent, or else you could, I don't know. lose badly. I'm going to beat this guy, and then we're going to, I don't know, beat up some more guys. Then we'll probably wrap it up, because I can feel myself getting tired. I have no idea what time it is, but... This guy's got taped up wrists. Or taped up fists. I can't... it looks like... I can't tell what it is. Either way, they're injuries that you could hurt yourself fighting with. Alright. We failed our evil enemy. And since, again, I feel my speech starting to slur and my eyes starting to get heavy... At the 2:16 mark, we're going to wrap this one up. But we will be back in the next day or two. I'm actually kind of leaning toward tomorrow, but who knows what will come up. So, that's why we're getting tired. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. So, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate all your support and kindness. We'll see you in the very near future. This has been our 20th live stream. So I hope you enjoyed all the fun games we played on the Nintendo Switch. And until next time, guys, my name is Noel. You take care, and I will see you in the very near future. Bye-bye.